Dudes and dudettes, this is my first ever 18 plus what if. This is what if Goku was betrayed. Redo. Kind of a redo, but it's 18 plus. And so I'm gonna get into it. It's right after the Tournament of Power. No more arc, none of that. Just right after the Tournament of Power. So they get home, they have 2 days. There's this 2 days, and he's still training. And he's actually, by this point of 2 days, which he used in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, he's already been able to go into Ultra Instinct again at will, but difficult, but he can still go into it somewhat at will. And then all of the people that are the Z Fighters, except for Goku, get together and say, it's always been Goku's fault. The reason for the Saiyans, the reason for everything. The androids, Cell, everything. And they don't want to point the finger at Bulma, even though she's the one who technically got Goku to do all that stuff that got the beef started. But they won't blame her, they only blame Goku. Goku is very mad because he's having trouble mastering Ultra Instinct, but he doesn't show much anger when he gets there. So here's what happened. Beerus and Whis are there too, but they're all trying to hide their power levels by keeping them as low as possible. Even Beerus and Whis conceal their power levels to a very low amount where they seem like as if they were normal humans. And if you're wondering how they're going to be able to fool Goku, they won't be able to do it for very long. And they talk about how they need to get rid of Goku, and they all think this, except for a couple people. This would be Gohan, Goten. Just those two were really having a say in the matter. Videl didn't really understand at all, but she just went with what everyone else said. Gohan and Goten said we shouldn't do this, and then Chi-Chi said silence, we will do this, and they didn't have a say in the matter. And Beerus said, I can't erase him, but what I can do is I can banish him from this universe. If I were to erase him, Zeno would be mad, and he would erase me and this entire multiverse. But, quick shout out to someone, the Demon What Ifs. He's the reason I got this idea for a what if, so, yeah. Spam part 2 in his comments, in the comments to his video. And, yeah, anyway, back to what if. Goku, he can feel their power, and Goku and Vegeta thinks about him being the strongest in the universe, and he starts powering up accidentally. His power level raises to about 50%. Goku can sense this. They're actually all power level raised to 50% when they think about Goku being gone. This was right after he got out too. He just couldn't sense any of their power levels. He thought, weird, but okay. And then he actually was looking around. Sorry about that. Yo, dudes, I'm back. I got a better picture. Someone was just texting me, don't worry about it. So this is what happened. Goku, senses their power level increase, and he actually blitzes over there with instant transmission. And I'm going to say that Goku had been training with the Zenos and all that, and they noticed that the Grand Priest wasn't going to be enough to stop them if they actually went on a rampage. They asked Goku if he would like to become a priest. He said he couldn't at the moment, but he would consider it. And if y'all know what I'm doing with this, which some of you might, Goku, dang, give me a sec. Goku has been strengthened up a ton because in the Room of Spirit and Time, he's been training a lot more. Hold up a sec. Got it. And anyway, Goku, whenever he gets to what's happening, Here's exactly how it goes down. He asked why they were all there. Chi-Chi said, "We're getting rid of you." Goku said, and she said, "I want a divorce." Goku said, "A divorce?" In a puzzled face, and she said, "Don't tell me. Let me guess, you don't know what divorce is?" He says, "Oh no, I know what a divorce is." And he has transmissions away, and transmissions right back, and says, "Sign these. If you really are going through with this, sign these." And it's just like, huh? She's confused, but says, "Okay." And she actually signs them. And if you're wondering, he had already signed them, so he actually says, "Okay, let's get these to the jailhouse, to the authorities, so they can actually sort this thing out, to judges and all that, so we can be officially divorced." And she said, "How do you know about this?" And Goku says, "You had Gohan studying a lot. You didn't think I knew what he was studying?" And she said, "How?" He said, "I'm a super genius. You think I'm really dumb? No. I knew this was going to happen eventually. I just didn't think it was going to happen so soon." And he says, "Whis, tell your dad I'll be visiting him in about a week." Which, Whis is like, okay. Since he is not wanting to fight Goku. Since Goku could probably mop the floor with Whis. Because Goku's been training with the Grand Priest for the past 2 days in a hyperbolic time chamber, which felt like to him was 2 years. So he says, okay. So Beerus says, "I'm kicking you off of this universe." Goku said, "Are you sure about that?" And he says, "Yes, as the god of destruction." Goku saying, "Try me." So Beerus tries to Hakai Goku, thinking he was going to say it was in self-defense, but then he remembers that Zeno, in a couple seconds, can get here and whoop him when he feels Goku's ki disappear. So he stops and tries saying, "Just get off my universe." And they all get into a fighting stance, and Vegeta goes into Super Saiyan Blue. And Super Saiyan Blue evolution, and Goku says, "Do you really think that's going to work against me, Vegeta?" Vegeta says, "It should." And then, and Beerus starts getting into his power up about being Ultra Instinct. And we straight up just stood there like, I'm not interfering with this. And if you're wondering if there was anyone who's trying to object to this, I'm going to say that there wasn't. I was going to give some people a heart, like Gohan, Goten, and Krillin, but it wouldn't really be a betrayal then. It'd just be being excluded. So in this version, Goku does his thing. If you're wondering what Goku's thing is, he leaves. He says, and Whis actually said that to the Grand Priest, that he left after saying those words and saying, "I can expect him in 1 week, Earth time." Okay. And then Goku went to planet Namek and said, I wish to make a wish. Can I make a wish?" And being that Goku's the savior of their world, they said, "Yes, you may." And he said, "My wish is to see all the Saiyan transformations." He gets Super Saiyan 4, but at the cost he gets his tail back. He gets Super Saiyan 5. If you know about what if Goku was overpowered from the beginning? Yeah, he gets those forms. And he is enraged by this, but he's holding his composure for about an hour. And then he says, "I wish for knowledge of all universes." Purunga says, "I cannot grant this." He said, "Then give me all the knowledge you have." Purunga says, "Your wish has been granted." Purunga gets all the knowledge of Goku gets all the knowledge of Purunga. And then Goku goes to Kami's lookout and goes into the hyperbolic time chamber for 4 days. And if you're wondering why specifically 4? Just because I'm needing him for at least 4 years to master Super Saiyan 4, 5, and Ultra Instinct. He's not mastering Ultra Instinct, but he's mastering Super Saiyan 4 and 5. He masters Super 4 and 5, and he notices that he can add God Ki onto them. He's able to add God Ki to Super Saiyan 2 and 3. So he went from going to Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Blue 2, Super Saiyan Blue 3, Super Saiyan Blue 4, Super Saiyan Blue 5, which actually isn't blue. Well, Super Saiyan Blue 5 is blue, but number 4 is got blue fur, but red hair. They think it's no big deal. And then he actually gets berserk. He doesn't go berserk, but he is enraged, and when he gets into the hyperbolic time chamber, that's when he really starts letting loose. And he is mad. And then when he walks out, Beerus and Whis are standing there. And Beerus says, "I thought I kicked you out of my universe." Goku straight up just walks past Beerus and straight up hits him with his shoulder and sends Beerus flying and sent back. And then says, "I'm ready to go, Whis." If you're wondering why I said 4 days, it's because he's got something to do for another 2 days. Since it took him 1 day it took him a couple minutes to do with the thing on Namek, then the 4 days, so he has two and the majority of another day. So he uses that to his advantage, which he can instant transmission anywhere he wants, but he doesn't. So he says, "I'm ready to go, Whis." And Whis takes Goku to the area where Goku wants. That would be to the palace. And he doesn't instantly go to the Grand Priest. He goes to Universe 6, tells him about what happened, tells Kaba don't trust Vegeta because of what happened. Kaba listens to Goku because Kaba's not stupid. Kale and Caulifla really admire Goku, and Champa isn't going to even try stepping to Goku because he found out about what Goku did to Beerus, who is stronger than Champa. So he's not going to step in because Goku knows that Champa could wreck him like he is nothing. Since they saw the Ultra Instinct, they think that that's what he's accomplished normally by now. But it isn't quite yet. And I'm going to say that he found out how to use Super Saiyan and all that, connecting with all his other forms. Like Ultra Instinct, he can add Super Saiyan and God Ki onto that to make it even stronger. But it's very straining on his body. And once he's reached the limit of Super Saiyan 5 with God Ki plus Ultra Instinct, he can power up with Kaioken. Which, yes, he can use Kaioken still. Hold on, guys, give me a second. This is basically the 3 angels that will help Goku train, even though by help Goku train, I mean, not really. Whis actually does respect Goku and will not challenge Goku. In fact, he will train with Goku. And whenever Beerus tries saying, "Why'd you listen to him and not me?" he says, "I wasn't listening to him. I was listening to the higher ups above you and me." And when Beerus hears this, like, who? Zeno and the Grand Priest. Beerus, not wanting to get absolutely beaten up to a bloody pulp, says fine. And he tells the Grand Priest and all them what happened and how he was kicked out of that universe. And how Whis was calm but didn't really help him much at all. So, yeah. Goku is not a very calm individual. They actually summon these three specific ones to help Goku train, and they say, "Do you really want to keep that uniform?" He says, "No. Those weaklings gave it to me. I don't want it." And they basically give him Grand Priest-like clothes, saying, "The offer still stands if you want to become a Grand Priest." The second Grand Priest, Goku says, "Once I've reached past the level of the angels, yes. But I won't need a staff. But I will take a halo." He's instantly gifted a halo from the Grand Priest, since I think he makes them. Yeah, I'm going to say he makes them. The Grand Priest gives Goku a halo, and then he starts training. He goes to Universe 6, and he says something quite simple to Champa. "Don't stand in my way. If I want to come in your universe, you will not stop me. Do you understand?" Champa says, "Oh, really?" and starts trying to fight Goku. Vado says that would not be a good idea. If you hit him, you'd be angering the Grand Priest. And hearing, why would he anger the Grand Priest if I hit this Saiyan from Universe 7? And then he sees what Goku's wearing, saying, "Grand Priest clothes? Oh no, not fighting that." And I'm going to say that these three are the ones in charge of helping Goku, which they actually all get a crush on Goku. And so does Kale and Caulifla, and Kaba is actually got a lot of respect for Goku, so Kaba is actually going to join the whole team of Goku in fighters. And I'm going to say that Kaba has been training with Vados after the Tournament of Power about getting God Key. They told him about how he can obtain it, about having that many pure-hearted Saiyans, or just giving him the key of the gods and putting it in his body, and he'll power up into god form. Which they try the first one about that, and it doesn't work. They try the second one, it doesn't work. They're wondering why. Goku says, "Come here." And he goes to he says, "Let's go to Universe 7. But right then he remembers he's been kicked out of Universe 7, but he doesn't care, so he straight up just goes there anyway with Kaba. And with these three that are right next to him, and with this dude, the Grand Priest as well. So all six of the people go there, and they ask, where do we go? And they say, Earth. Goku saying, "Oh, this'll be fun." They all sense his ki about how it's so big, it's above them all. And they said, and Beerus says, "I kicked him out. What is he doing here?" And then he says, "The Grand Priest and three angels are with him. We can't make a move." And then Vegeta says, "Kaba is with him. What could be happening?" They go to Earth, and they see that, and they know that Bulma has the Dragon Balls. The Grand Priest is the one who goes and grabs them, saying, "Give them to me now," without a care in the world. And Bulma says, "Fine," which is because she don't want to get hurt, which they would hurt her. Because, well, she is not going to be in the greatest favor of the guy who really don't care much about any mortal at all. Goku is a special case because Goku could beat him down with enough training. And he sees Goku as someone who he finds worthy to succeed him. By that I mean able to beat him in a fight. And the Earth Shinron comes out with 2 wishes. I'm going to say he can grant 2 wishes in this version. The first wish, Goku says, "I wish for him to obtain the tail of Saiyans from this universe." "Your wish has been granted." Kaba gets a tail, and it's just like, wow, weird, but okay. And then Goku says, I wish for immortality, the ability to live forever, and never age. And Purunga says, as you wish. And then Kaba says, what about me? Why couldn't I have wished for that? Goku says, you simply are too, you need to grow more before you make a wish that could stop your growth. Age-wise, I will not change. My size and everything will stay the same unless I'm growing muscles. I will not shrink, I will not grow old. But I will. But my strength will very much change. And Goku's able to be killed. It's just like the angels, how he won't age ever. So he's no longer a mere mortal, he is among the gods. They made this wish, and when Beerus goes there and he actually starts babbling, saying, how dare you, I kicked you out of this universe. He stops his words right then when he sees the Grand Priest, Vados, the other two, and he doesn't really care about Kaba, but he says, what are y'all doing here now? And he's calm, and he's kind because he doesn't want to get beaten to a bloody pulp by the Grand Priest, or by Goku, Vados, or the other two, since they're all stronger than their gods of destruction. Which Beerus might be one of the strongest gods of destruction, but he's still weaker than he's still a weaker thing than the angels. And the angels say something quite simple. You will not stand in our way. And they walk away, and then they notice what kind of clothes Goku's wearing, saying, he's joining them. Beerus, knowing he's going to get destroyed if Goku wants him to, so he's trying to get on the better side of Goku, saying, my apologies. But that's not enough, since Goku straight just smacks him away. And yes, Goku can smack him away like it's no big deal. So they go back to the tower, and if you're wondering what the gods of destruction of those respective universes are doing, the two in blue and Vampa, I forgot his name, but dang. Whatever. Yeah, so the three gods of destructions that don't have their angels with them are just like, they said they had duty, so I'm not going to interfere. Higher than my rank anyway, which it actually really is. And Goku, he starts really training, and he showed the Grand Priest the form, and it actually works perfectly with the clothes the Grand Priest gave him. Although the shirt and belt don't really work. So, I mean, the belt works, but the shirt does not. So, he wears the whole thing, but he throws it off before going into Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 5, Super Saiyan God 4, or Super Saiyan God 5, or Ultra Instinct 4, or Ultra Instinct 5, or Ultra Instinct period, because Ultra Instinct, for some reason, the full mastered version of it doesn't allow people to wear their shirts for some reason. Or at least it doesn't allow men to wear it. I've seen that with both Jiren and with Goku, so yes, that's an observation. Kaba actually starts looking at Goku as if he is a as if he is the one that he bows to. He stops calling Vegeta Master. Vegeta goes there too, but Kaba just looks at him saying, and whenever he said Kaba said, "Leave me alone. Second place." Hearing himself called second place, he basically says, "Now you've done it." And Vegeta tries going into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, trying to punch Kaba. Goku sends this dude flying with a punch. And it's just like, oh no. Beerus is trying to calm Goku, but Goku straight slaps him away. And Whis puts his staff down and saying, "My apologies, they were very disrespectful." Goku calms himself, saying, "Alright, Whis, why didn't you try helping me?" He said, "Because I knew they would get their just desserts." And then you have them saying, "Oh, really, Whis?" And he says, "Oh, so what do I owe the pleasure of you being here?" They said, "Making a wish from these Dragon Balls." They straight up blitz away to back to the palace. In this version, Kaba's still with them, so they ask Kaba if he would like to train, and Goku says to Kaba, "Would you like to train?" Kaba says, "Yes." Kaba gets trained from Goku, which he knows is like 5 times better than getting trained by Vegeta. And the Angels are training with Goku in a way that it's a 4-on-1 fight. Kaba's the only one being taken being really held back on. Since the Angels are also fighting Goku, they're trying to give him a good fight. And Kaba's trying to fight as well, but they notice that 2 of them are getting outdistanced and the other 2 are getting outstrengthed. So they try going all together with their physical abilities, and they notice that it's almost enough. The Grand Priest walks out saying, "You're training? Maybe I'll step in." And if you're wondering why the Grand Priest wasn't already there, he had to check up on Zeno and the other Zeno, which fused together to make a taller Zeno. Because 2 people who think the exact same fusing together isn't much of a big deal. Sorry, I'm tired, guys. Anyway, Goku does the smartest thing he can do, which is sending the strongest attack he ever has directly at the Grand Priest for training. And the Grand Priest notices that he threw that attack, which was Kamehameha. And if you're wondering why Goku still used the Kamehameha since he did get betrayed by Roshi, I'm going to say he says, "Well, it is key techniques and I don't have any others." And they said, "Okay." And they start fighting with Goku, and he gets the ability to use Ultra Instinct way better from all their training. And I'm going to say that Whis stops in every now and again a lot because Beerus is always asleep and Whis doesn't really care. So he actually asks if there was a way that Goku would accept being a god of destruction for the universe 7, and Goku says, "I'm already above that, why would I go down a rank? Go down so many ranks." And I'm going to say that Goku has to do a trial period where he actually has to train, where he actually has to be able to beat they notice that he's already stronger than the Angels, but they have to have him be able to easily defeat the Angels. Well, he does, and he starts hanging out with Kale and Caulifla. And Kale, he actually wraps his tail around Kale. And with Caulifla, she lays her head on Goku's lap. And if you're wondering how this is even going to be an 18+ what if, because
Other people have done the same kind of what ifs that are 18 plus, and they have a lot of weird things that they add, like male organ size, the male productive organs size, which by chance is 14 inches, so yeah, whatever. I really don't care. So yeah, I'm gonna do that part at the end, but I really don't care much for it, so if y'all don't want me to make any more of these kind of what ifs, then just tell me. If y'all do, then I'll make more. Y'all's call, not mine. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Goku is with Kale and Caulifla, and Kaba is there too, but he just doesn't care since they've gotten the mark of Goku, which if you're wondering what the mark of Goku is, that his ki surrounds them into a kind of like a dragon shape, which scares even the gods away from going anywhere near them. Which he does the same thing with Vados and the other two. And if you're wondering, yes, this little one is actually the oldest. If you're wondering how she's the oldest, she just is. I don't know how either, but yeah, she's the oldest. And Goku, he starts really training hard, and he gets something that he wasn't expecting. Give me a second, guys. So these are the angels that are with the gods of destruction, and while they don't really particularly care for mortals, especially this stupid looking one right here. Yeah, this dude. Yeah, this dude. They don't really care. And by the way, did y'all know that all the angels are named after alcohol? Whis is actually after whiskey. If you want, I'll pull a picture of that up real quick. Boom. This is what they are. So boom. This is what their names are. This is what their names mean. Now I'm gonna go. So these are the angels. Goku is training with all of them. Yes, all of them. Now some of them were hesitant at first, like these two over here were hesitant. And this chubby one and this one in yellow right next to Whis. They were all hesitant, but they all got good word from Whis, Vados, the Grand Priest, this little one, and the one with pigtails. They all said, trust me, it'll be a fight y'all don't want to miss. And y'all want to be able to train against someone strong, right? Which they said yes, but they're very confused because they think, how powerful would it have to be to make these, to give them even a challenge? And you know what I'm wondering? How does Fat Dude doesn't have a ring around his head? Like all the others do. Literally all of the others do. So how come he don't? Whatever, I'll think about that later. Anyway, Goku is now standing among them in his gear, which is quite similar to the Grand Priest. And they all actually look at him saying, who's this? And go, they said, oh, from the Tournament of Power. You're that boy from Universe 7. That's Saiyan from Universe 7 that could go into the realm of the gods with power. Goku goes instantly into Ultra Instinct saying, respect your superior. Now the Grand Priest starts saying, calm down, Goku. And then this is the dude who actually started talking smack. This dude. And this one too. The chubby one and the one in yellow, they're well-mannered somewhat, but they're still talking smack. And Goku actually says 4-on-1. They say 4-on-1. I guess you would need 3 others to assist you to fight us. And Goku says no. You 4 who are making fun versus me. And the Grand Priest says, Goku, you do not need to do this. And he says, yes, I do. Grand Priest. And then they say, Okay, you want a beating? Okay. Whis says, this is gonna be funny. So does Vados. And Whis has been training with Goku, so he's actually strongest of them all, other than his dad. So it's actually a second strongest thing is Whis, but he's actually smirking the whole time and says, "Do you want to tell them or should I?" And Vados says, "You can do it." Whis says, "He's one of the Grand Priests." You hear what? Yes, him and Goku are both Grand Priests. Which they hear. Whatever. If there was four of us together, we could probably keep up and beat the old man. And what is a Saiyan who could barely, a couple weeks ago, deal with mere mortals able to do to us? Whis, with a smirk on his face, says, "This is gonna be funny. You can already tell." And you just hear, "Oh, what's so funny?" And Goku, hold up a sec.
Okay, so he fights with those four, and here's how it goes. They all get smacked completely down to the ground repetitively. Man, my head. Anyway, sorry guys. My brother, he busted my head open real. I'm gonna finish the video real quick though. So, Goku beats them. Are you shitting me? Sorry about that, guys. My brother let the dog in, and I'm bleeding at the moment. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna finish the video before I have to do anything else. So, Goku, he takes he matches up with these four, and here's how it goes. He beats down the dude who's got basically it all combed back. He beats down the fat dude, beats down the yellow dude, and saves the worst beating down for the dude who is right here. Yeah, he saved the worst beating down for this dude. And he knocks them all out completely. Defeated. But that's not how it's all going to end. So I'll get into what happens after this, in part 2. Sorry guys, I can't really do anything about this at the moment. I'm bleeding from the head, so talk to you later. This is Slick What Ifs. Your Slick King out.